Most of you out there are living off yesterday. You did something hard once, you worked out once, you pushed yourself once, and now you think you've earned comfort. That's the problem. You believe one victory means you can slow down. But life doesn't work like that. The truth is brutal, the only easy day was yesterday. Today doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care about what you achieved yesterday. Today is a brand new battlefield. And if you don't show up ready to fight, ready to suffer, and ready to push past your limits, then you've already lost. You want to know why most people never rise to their full potential? Because they get comfortable. Comfort is a silent killer. It doesn't scream at you. It doesn't knock you down in one shot. It whispers. It tells you that you deserve a break, that you've worked hard enough, that you can ease up now. That voice feels good in the moment, but that voice is the reason why so many people live their lives weak, unfulfilled, and stuck. Comfort will kill you long before failure ever does. Think about it. Yesterday, you might have pushed hard. You might have gone to the gym. You might have hustled at your job. You might have fought through some obstacles. But today, comfort shows up at your door, telling you that yesterday's effort is enough, that you've earned the right to rest. And that's the lie that ruins people. Because the second you start listening to comfort, you stop growing. You stop evolving. You stop becoming the person you're meant to be. The Navy SEALs live by the motto, the only easy day was yesterday. Why? Because today demands more from you than yesterday ever did. Yesterday is over. You can't drag yesterday's victory into today and expect it to save you. You can't live off what you did back then. The game resets every morning, and if you're not ready to go again, comfort will eat you alive. Comfort is seductive. It feels like safety. It feels like peace. But what it's really doing is killing your fight. It's killing your hunger. It's killing your spirit. The person who chases comfort is always running away from pain. But pain is the real teacher. Pain is the thing that forges toughness. Pain is the weight that shapes you into steel. When you run away from pain, you're not protecting yourself, you're weakening yourself. And let me tell you, life doesn't reward weakness. Life doesn't hand out prizes to people who play it safe. Life rewards those who are willing to step into the fire every single day. You think you can hide behind your excuses. You think you can convince yourself that you've already done enough. Comfort will let you believe that. Comfort will let you sit there scrolling, talking about what you could do, instead of getting up and actually doing it. That's why comfort is dangerous. Because it convinces you that your current version is enough, when deep down, you know you're capable of so much more. Every single person who has ever achieved greatness had to kill comfort. They had to suffocate it, destroy it, and refuse to let it control their decisions. Comfort wants you to stop. It wants you to slow down. It wants you to settle for average. But if you let it win, you will never know what's possible for you. Here's the truth, comfort feels good now, but regret feels worse later. That's the trade people don't see. Every time you choose comfort, you're buying yourself regret. Every time you choose to rest when you know you should work. Every time you say, tomorrow, when you know it should be today, you're stacking regret on your shoulders. And one day you'll wake up heavy with all of it, realizing that comfort stole your life from you. You've got to flip the switch. You've got to understand that comfort isn't your friend, it's your enemy. That voice in your head telling you to take it easy. That's the voice of weakness. That's the voice of mediocrity. That's the voice of everyone who quits before they even see what they're capable of. You can't afford to listen to it. You've got to drown it out with action. When you feel tired, push harder. When your mind says stop, go further. When comfort tells you it's okay to rest, stand up and fight back. Because the second you embrace comfort, you've already lost. But the second you reject it, the second you decide that yesterday's effort is not enough, you step into a different world. A world where you become stronger, sharper, harder, more resilient. Comfort will kill you, but pain will build you. Comfort will soften you, but struggle will sharpen you. Comfort will hold you back, but the grind will set you free. You've got to make a choice, live comfortably and die on average, or suffer daily and rise above everything you thought was possible. That's the real meaning of the only easy day was yesterday. Pain is the one thing people spend their whole lives running from. But it's also the only thing that's going to make you strong. Everybody wants to grow. Everybody wants to be great. Everybody wants to rise. But the second pain shows up, they quit. The second life gets uncomfortable, they retreat. And that's why most people never become who they're supposed to be. Pain isn't your enemy. Pain is your teacher. When you look at anybody who's done something extraordinary, an athlete, a soldier, an entrepreneur, a leader. There's one thing they all have in common. They've gone through pain that would break most people. They didn't just experience it, they embraced it. They allowed pain to shape them, to teach them, to strip away weakness until all that was left was strength. That's the difference. Most people see pain as punishment, but the ones who rise see it as education. Pain is the classroom where toughness is built. You don't learn anything on easy days. You don't learn anything when the road is smooth and the weather is perfect. You learn when your body is screaming at you to stop, when your lungs are on fire, when your mind is telling you that you can't go on. That's where growth happens. That's where you discover what you're really made of. Because in those moments, pain is teaching you a lesson. You are stronger than you think, but only if you're willing to endure. Pain strips away the lies you tell yourself. It shows you the truth. You say you're committed. Pain will test that. You say you're disciplined. Pain will expose whether that's real or fake. You say you want greatness. Pain will ask, how bad do you want it? And the way you respond to pain answers that question. Not your words, not your dreams, not your goals. Your response to pain is the ultimate proof of who you are. But here's the thing most people miss. Pain doesn't just build the body, it builds the mind. When you push through pain, you develop resilience. You develop mental calluses. Every time you suffer and keep going, you're laying down another layer of toughness that no one can take from you. And that's how you separate yourself from the average. The average person breaks when pain arrives. An uncommon person. They smile at pain, they welcome it, they recognize it as the ticket to becoming unbreakable. Think about it. Every workout that hurts, every failure that stings, every rejection that burns. That's not life destroying you. That's life teaching you. It's showing you where you're weak so you can get stronger. It's carving you into something sharper. Pain isn't here to crush you. It's here to mold you. But if you keep running from it, you'll never learn the lesson. And the lesson you refuse to learn will keep coming back until you face it. This is why comfort is so dangerous and pain is so necessary. Comfort keeps you the same. Pain changes you. Comfort hides your flaws. Pain exposes them and forces you to deal with them. Comfort tells you you're fine as you are. Pain tells you the truth, you've got work to do. And if you want to live a life worth remembering, you can't hide from that truth. The strongest minds, the toughest warriors, the most disciplined people on this planet, they're not the ones who avoided pain. They're the ones who went looking for it. They ran toward the struggle. They embraced the suffering. And they let pain teach them what no book, no coach, no motivational speech could ever teach. Pain taught them how to endure, how to fight, how to become unstoppable. Most people want the shortcut, the easy road, the path without pain. But the easy road doesn't lead anywhere. The easy road circles back to mediocrity. The hard road, the painful road, the one that makes you doubt yourself, that's the road that leads to greatness. And once you understand that pain is not there to break you, but to build you, everything changes. You stop fearing it. You start respecting it. You even start seeking it because you know that on the other side of pain is the version of yourself that you've been chasing all along. So the next time pain shows up, don't run from it. Don't numb it. Don't hide. Look it in the eye. Recognize it for what it is, a teacher, a mentor, a sculptor shaping you into the person you were born to be. Every rep that burns, every mile that hurts, every obstacle that crushes your spirit, that's pain teaching you the language of strength. And if you're willing to listen, if you're willing to endure, pain will turn you into someone you never thought you could be. Here's the harsh truth. Nobody cares what you did yesterday. Nobody cares about the miles you ran, the weights you lifted, the battles you fought, or the obstacles you crushed. Yesterday is gone, it's over, and it's never coming back. But the dangerous thing about yesterday is how it fools people. You achieve something once, you push hard one time, and suddenly you start to think you've arrived. You start to think that one victory means you can relax, that one success buys you a lifetime of comfort. That mindset is poison. Yesterday's success doesn't give you a free pass today. Yesterday's success can't save you from the fight that's waiting for you right now. Most people fail not because they can't win, but because they settle after they win once. They climb one mountain, and instead of looking for the next, they build a house on the summit. They start living in the past, bragging about what they did back then, about how great they were at one point in their life. But greatness doesn't live in the past. Greatness is about what you're willing to do again and again and again. You can't rent it once and expect it to last forever. You have to pay for it every single day. Think about the champions, the real ones, the ones who stay at the top. Do you think they stop after one win? Do you think they look at their trophy and say, "That's it, I'm done"? No. They use yesterday as fuel, not as a finish line. They wake up hungry, not satisfied. They know that if they settle, if they start believing that yesterday is enough, someone out there who's hungrier, who's more disciplined, who's willing to suffer more, is going to take their place. And that's the mindset you need. You can celebrate yesterday, but you can't live there. Yesterday's success is like food you already ate. It doesn't feed you today. You can't eat last week's meal and expect to have energy now. You've got to keep cooking, keep eating, keep working. The same is true for your success. You've got to keep grinding, keep earning, keep proving yourself every single time. The reason people fall off after a big win is because they get comfortable. They believe their story is already written. They stop doing the hard things that made them successful in the first place. And slowly, without even realizing it, they start to weaken. Their discipline fades, their hunger fades, their edge fades. Until one day they wake up, look in the mirror, and wonder where the fire went. And the truth is simple, the fire died because they stopped feeding it. You can't afford to stop feeding your fire. You can't afford to believe yesterday's grind was enough. Yesterday was a test, but today is a new one. The game resets every single day. The clock starts over. And if you're not willing to show up again, ready to push harder, ready to go deeper, then your old success means nothing. Success is rented, not owned. And the rent is due every damn day. This is why so many people who were once great end up forgotten. They thought their old achievements were enough to carry them. They thought the world owed them respect forever because of what they did in the past. But life doesn't work that way. Respect is earned daily. Discipline is practiced daily. Toughness is proven daily. You don't get to retire from the grind just because you tasted success once. If anything, success should scare you because it means the target on your back just got bigger. Yesterday's success is a trap. It makes you think you can relax. It makes you think you've already won. But that's the moment you start losing. That's the moment you start sliding back into mediocrity. The second you think you've made it, you've already started falling. The real warriors, the real grinders, they never settle. They don't let yesterday define them. They don't let their old wins lull them to sleep. They get up every day hungry to prove themselves all over again. So ask yourself, are you living off yesterday's success, or are you willing to build new ones today? Are you bragging about who you were, or are you becoming someone greater right now? Because yesterday can't fight for you. Yesterday I couldn't train for you. Yesterday can't sweat, bleed, or sacrifice for you. Only today can. And if you're not showing up today with the same hunger you had yesterday, then you've already lost the fight. Every single morning you wake up, life resets. Yesterday's victories don't count. Yesterday's pain doesn't matter. The world doesn't care how many miles you ran, how many hours you worked, or how many battles you survived. The second the sun rises, it's a brand new fight. And the truth is most people aren't ready for that fight. They think because they fought hard once, they deserve peace now. They think the work they did yesterday buys them comfort today. But life doesn't operate on credit. It operates on grind. And every day demands that you prove yourself all over again. The problem with most people is they want the reward without repetition. They want greatness, but they don't want to show up day after day, fight after fight without excuses. But that's the reality. Every day demands a new fight because every day brings new challenges. Your mind will try to convince you that you've done enough. Your body will beg you to stay in bed. The world will throw obstacles at you that you didn't see coming. That's the test. Not once. Not sometimes. Every day. Think about it. Why do Navy SEALs say the only easy day was yesterday? Because they know the fight never ends. They know the second you stop pushing, the second you stop demanding more from yourself, you lose your edge. Every mission, every workout, every sunrise is another battle you either win or you lose. There is no neutral. You're either getting stronger or you're getting weaker. You're either building discipline or you're letting it slip away. And here's the brutal truth. The fight isn't just outside of you. It's inside of you. The biggest battle you fight every day is with your own mind. Your excuses, your doubts, your fears, your laziness. That's the enemy. And that enemy shows up every morning ready to attack. If you're not prepared to fight back, you lose before you even start. That's why every day demands a new fight. Because every day your mind will try to pull you back into comfort, into weakness, into mediocrity. Most people don't realize this, but life is a constant war. It's not one big battle you win once and you're done. It's a series of small battles, thousands of them, every single day. Do you get up when the alarm goes off, or do you hit snooze? Do you push through the last rep, or do you quit when it hurts? Do you work on your goals after a long day, or do you settle for Netflix and distractions? These are the daily fights that define who you are. Not one massive victory, not one big achievement. It's the accumulation of every single daily battle that builds your legacy. You can't skip the fight. You can't outsource it. You can't win it once and say you're done. That's why so many people fail. They want the result, but not the repetition. They want the title, but not the training. They want the reward, but not the war. But every day demands that you earn it again. And the second you think you don't have to, the second you think yesterday's fight was enough, you've already surrendered. This is why you have to wake up with urgency. You can't afford to drift. You can't afford to think, I'll get serious tomorrow. Tomorrow isn't promised. And even if it comes, it's going to demand another fight. If you can't handle today, what makes you think you'll survive tomorrow? Every day is preparation for the next one. Every battle you win today makes you stronger for the war that's coming tomorrow. That's the cycle. That's the grind. That's why there are no easy days. And don't get it twisted. The fight isn't glamorous. It's not about hype. It's not about motivation. It's about discipline. Discipline is showing up when you don't feel like it. Discipline is throwing punches at the voice in your head that tells you to quit. Discipline is choosing to fight every day, no matter how tired, how sore, how broken you feel. That's what separates the strong from the weak. The strong understand that every sunrise is another chance to prove themselves, and they take it. The weak think yesterday was enough, and they let life beat them before the day even begins. So understand this: every day demands a new fight. You don't get to retire from discipline. You don't get to graduate from the grind. You don't get to take a day off from the war against your weaker self. If you want to grow, if you want to dominate, if you want to live with no regret, then you've got to pick up your sword every morning and step into the arena ready to battle. Because the fight doesn't stop. It never stops. It waits for you the second you open your eyes, and it's up to you whether you fight or whether you fold. At the end of the day, it all comes down to one simple truth: the only easy day was yesterday. Yesterday is gone. Yesterday is finished. Yesterday doesn't count anymore. What matters is what you're doing right now, at this moment. Comfort will try to kill you, but pain will teach you. Yesterday's success can't save you, because every day demands a brand new fight. This is the code of warriors, the mindset of the uncommon, the path of anyone who refuses to settle. You either keep showing up, keep grinding, keep suffering, and keep proving yourself day after day, or you fall back into mediocrity with the rest of the world. The choice is yours. The battlefield is here, and the fight never ends.